In the wake of the Trayvon Martin murder and its subsequent media coverage, much has been made of the way in which news outlets handle racially charged stories. I spoke with Temple University professor of sociology and author of Not Quite White, Matt Ray, as well as a handful of visitors to Rittenhouse Square in hopes of finally finding out why the news is so readily delivered in black and white. And your name, sir?
Ken.
Do you think the news and big media organizations highlight race in certain cases?
I think, race has been used as a bogeyman for a long time, right? I mean, it's been, the yellow scare of the Chinese in California or other migrant groups that scare people. So, yeah, sure, absolutely. Color has been used as a scare factor. Can you take the race factor out of coverage of crime? I don't think so, because on the one side of it, you're going to have people who are say, well, we're disproportionately arrested and convicted and in prison, and that's a hot button issue for folks of color. And then on the other side, people have the perception that, let's say, blacks or whatever are, more likely to be criminals, and so that's a hot button issue for them.
Professor Ray discusses his opinion on media.
I would say that they tend to go for sensation and for spectacle over substance. And that's a common critique of TV, I know, but there's a reason it's such a common critique, and that's because it's compared to other media, it's quite true that television thrives on the spectacular.
Rittenhouse Square passersby Tom and Arianis talk about race in the media. Do you think that American news takes the race angle? It focuses on that more than they do the actual story, like the facts of the story. They focus on he's black, he's white, that type of thing.
Yeah, I guess so. At least if I compare it to German news,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's much more in America than in Europe.
So Germany is more just get to the facts and...
Exactly.
The Trayvon Martin cases, it's like tons of black kids his age. This story's happened before. It's just the first time that it's being publicized, I feel.
Michael Panzer, journalism professor at Temple University and former news research supervisor at the Philadelphia Inquirer, shares his views on how the media handles race-related stories.
Race is a very touchy issue, and when a media station, a media source of any kind reports on it, they have to be very careful how they handle it.
After speaking to experts and the people of Philadelphia, it is clear that race dominates the American news cycle. For AV News, John Iatesta, North Philadelphia.